up in the center, but Carl Spackler has opened up. What a tremendous athlete Carl Spackler is as he dominates the FanDuel. And they're off in the FanDuel Fourstardave. Money supply leapt in the air and is far back early. Strong Quality broke alertly. Carl Spackler secures a good tracking spot right away, and Major Dude comes through along the inside. Then it's Ottoman Fleet fourth, 4 lengths off the early tempo. More Than Looks unhurried, 7 off the pace, and another 3 to Money Supply. Around the first turn, Strong Quality gets the easiest of leads, 24 and 3 for the opening quarter mile. Carl Spackler continues by himself in second. It's another 2 to Major Dude, who's eager to get closer in third, tugging pretty hard at this stage. And Ottoman Fleet is fourth, 5 lengths off the lead, coming to the half-mile pole. Arad Ortiz has a strong hold of More Than Looks, and it's another 5 back to Money Supply. The half in 49 and 1 for Strong Quality, who takes them into the far turn with a 3-length cushion on Carl Spackler in second. Major Dude, Ottoman Fleet, yet to be asked in fourth, 5 lengths off the lead. Another 2 back to More Than Looks, who's 5 in front of Money Supply. Strong Quality, Carl Spackler makes the first move at him, and here comes Carl Spackler on the outside as they reach the top of the stretch. Strong Quality, Carl Spackler breezes on by. Ottoman Fleet with plenty of work to do, and More Than Looks is revving up in the center, but Carl Spackler has opened up. What a tremendous athlete Carl Spackler is as he dominates the FanDuel 4-Star Dave. Wins it by more than 4 lengths. More Than Looks was second. It's a photo for third between Strong Quality and Ottoman Fleet. They're in the gate, and they're off in the Kelso. And Call Me Harry sprints out of the gate. Talk of the Nation is right up alongside. Carl Spackler will settle just behind the top pair, and Northern Invader will do his best running later on. Into the first turn, and it's Call Me Harry, who has now conceded the lead to Talk of the Nation. Talk of the Nation goes on with it. Call Me Harry is in second. Carl Spackler inches up, now takes the second spot. Gap of 3 back to Northern Invader. The opening quarter went in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler within a length as they run down the backstretch. Now it's back up to 2 for Talk of the Nation and Arad Ortiz Jr. Carl Spackler comes right back at him once again. 2 more lengths to Call Me Harry, and Northern Invader has trailed throughout. He has 6 lengths to make up with less than a half mile to go. The half went in 48 and 4/5 seconds. The 2 favorites dominating up top, Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler. Now Northern Invader gets his cue on the outside of Call Me Harry, as Northern Invader is within 3 lengths of the pacemaker, Talk of the Nation. Now Carl Spackler starts to turn up the pressure with a quarter of a mile to go. Northern Invader is third, top of the lane. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler, head and head with a furlong left to go. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler with that big white face, puts it in front, and on the inside, Talk of the Nation is battling bravely. Carl Spackler, Talk of the Nation. Carl Spackler is just a little too good, and he wins the Kelso. Talk of the Nation game in defeat. Northern Invader finished third. And they're off in the poker. Ice Chocolat hustled hard for that early lead. Talk of the Nation comes away in good order. Casa Creed is not far behind. Mysterious Night is down at the rail. Carl Spackler outside of that pair, followed by Lucky Score and Kubrick at the back of the field. 6 lengths covers them as Ice Chocolat sprints in front, leads it by a length and a half. Talk of the Nation in second, and they're followed at the rail by Mysterious Night in third. 3/4 to Carl Spackler, well spotted in fourth, 4 lengths off the pace. Then Casa Creed in the Pink Silks fifth, racing 3/4 of a length in front of Kubrick, and Lucky Score is at the back. The opening quarter in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Ice Chocolat and Jose Ortiz calling the shots by 2 lengths over Talk of the Nation toward the half-mile pole. Mysterious Night is next, followed by Carl Spackler in hand fourth, 4 lengths off the lead. Another 3 back to Casa Creed, followed by Kubrick and Lucky Score. They went 48 flat for the half into the far turn. Ice Chocolat has been there every step of the way. Arad Ortiz gets after Talk of the Nation, trying to close the gap, and is doing so within a half-length second. Carl Spackler third, Mysterious Night, Casa Creed outside of them, and then Kubrick there at the top of the stretch. And it is Talk of the Nation up to get a narrow lead. Carl Spackler inside Mysterious Night. Casa Creed's the last 4 to make up, and a tough Ice Chocolat is not going away. Ice Chocolat, Talk of the Nation, head to head. Ice Chocolat with plenty left pulls away in the end to score in the poker.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Off to an even start. Carl Spackler, Talk of the Nation, Churchtown toward the inside. Heart of the State is there, and Stitched from the far outside comes on too. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and Talk of the Nation emerges with the lead and goes over toward the inside and leads the way length and a half. Stitched comes on to be second. Churchtown is racing third. Heart of the State is fourth. Carl Spackler 3 wide fifth. Smoke and Tea under a hammerlock. Down inside sixth and very tight and still tight heading to the backstretch run. A break of 3 lengths back to a credit who comes away seventh. Ice Chocolat is eighth. Tiverton, second to last in ninth. The trailer is Skyro. The leader is Talk of the Nation after an opening quarter in 23 and 4/5 seconds. There's 4 furlongs to go, and they head for the far turn after half in 48 seconds flat. So it is Talk of the Nation heading for the far turn. Stitched right there second. Churchtown down inside within range while third as Carl Spackler starts to make progress on the far outside. Now third for Carl Spackler. Smoke and Tea's come off the rail and is right there in behind the leaders. A credit is coming with a wide move as well. Heart of the State needs to find a way through. Ice Chocolat cuts the corner off the turn. They're at the top of the stretch. Talk of the Nation's in front. Carl Spackler coming on strongly. Farther back, Smoke and Tea. Churchtown down toward the rail. 1 furlong to go. Talk of the Nation emboldened by the challenge of Carl Spackler and is digging in. Talk of the Nation and Carl Spackler head and head down to the wire. Carl Spackler grabs the upper hand late. Talk of the Nation fights back. Carl Spackler, a hard-fought winner there. Talk of the Nation battle to the wire. Farther back, Smoke and Tea, Skyro, or Churchtown. They're off in the $2 million Mint Millions. Tuts Revenge immediately to the front with Fantastic Again with early speed. Emmanuel and Irish Aces are right there as well. And then Goliad to the outside, followed by Talk of the Nation, Ancient Rome, racing outside of Cash Equity. And the trailer is Reckoning Force. 10 lengths from top to bottom as they race past the 6 furlong pole and through this opening quarter mile. They're battling out up front here, and Goliad's going to merge with the lead here. It's Goliad in front. Touch Revenge is running along in second. Fantastic again is third to the outside. After that, it's Emmanuel in fourth, followed by Irish Aces, who's got 6 to make up. The Talk of the Nation. Ancient Rome, the defending champion, 8 lengths off the lead with a half mile to go. Cash Equity next and Reckoning Force. Goliad and Flavian Pratt up top, completing a 44.92 half mile with 3 furlongs to run. He's the leader by a length. Touch Revenge up alongside in second as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Emmanuel saves all the ground, comes on from third, then Fantastic again on the outside. Ancient Rome is trying to finish on outside of Talk of the Nation with still a furlong to run. Goliad clings to the rail and the lead. Goliad still there. Here comes Emmanuel, ranging up alongside. Finishing well is Talk of the Nation, and the far outside Cash Equity is coming on late. They're coming down to the line, and Goliad does it. Goliad holds on to beat Cash Equity. And then it was Talk of the Nation in a photo with Reckoning Force.
And the race is on the Arlington Million. Bit of a slow start there for Ancient Rome. So going to go out to take the early initiative and leads them as they straighten up here. Up the far outside, Talk of the Nation, 40 place, Nation's Pride to be in between runners is third. They have just over a circle left to go. It's going to be Segoy to lead him here. Talk of the Nation, Jose Ortiz, 2 lengths back in that second position. Nation's Pride content to be third. Integration to stay toward the inside, fourth right now, about 6 off this runway leader up front. Against Highland Chief and Ancient Rome, those two are at the back. So they head in the first of 2 turns. It's Segoy leader. 24 seconds down the straightaway for Segoy. Takes him into that turn to lead 3.5 lengths. Talk of the Nation to clear second. Nation's Pride in the all blue colors is running third. Integration, Tender Car, who's going to keep that one down along the fence, fourth right now. Shout on the outside by Highland Chief, who's fifth. And still at the back, Ancient Rome, about 7 right off his leaders. They work their way out of the Colonial Downs backstretch. Segoy isolated up top as this Million under the lights. Segoy for the opening half in 50 seconds flat. Has let it out now to a 5-length advantage. Talk of the Nation is second. Fighting time there, Nation's Pride third, about 8 off this tearaway leader up front. Segoy is 6 in front now. Still more than back to Integration. Still 2 at the back, Highland Chief and Ancient Rome. Just over a half mile left to go in Million. Segoy trying to win it here and now. Segoy to that far turn, the lead's built out to 7. 3/4, 1:14 Segoy all alone to the 3/8 pole. Talk of the Nation. Nation's Pride still third. Integration down toward the inside is still fourth. This leader is still up top. Segoy brings him around the quarter pole. A quarter mile left and $1 million on the line. Segoy's lead though, it's down to 4. Talk of the Nation, Nation's Pride, they're closing in. Integration going to take the outside route. Segoy has been collared. Talk of the Nation between horses. Nation's Pride trying to go with that one. Just in behind Ancient Rome's putting in a good bid. And down the outside, Integration. A final furlong left to go. Nation's Pride hits the lead. Nation's Pride the leader. Ancient Rome going to try to come through on the inside of Integration, but Nation's Pride in front with 50 yards to go. Nation's Pride going to win the Arlington Million by 2. Integration looking to get second over Ancient Rome. Third, fourth was Talk of the Nation.
They're in the gate, and they're up in the Kelso. And Call Me Harry sprints out of the gate. Talk of the Nation is right up alongside. Carl Spackler will settle just behind the top pair, and Northern Invader will do his best running later on. Into the first turn, and it's Call Me Harry, who has now conceded the lead to Talk of the Nation. Talk of the Nation goes on with it. Call Me Harry is in second. Carl Spackler inches up, now takes the second spot. Gap of 3 back to Northern Invader. The opening quarter went in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler within a length as they run down the backstretch. Now it's back up to 2 for Talk of the Nation and Arad Ortiz Jr. Carl Spackler comes right back at him once again. 2 more lengths to Call Me Harry, and Northern Invader has trailed throughout. He has 6 lengths to make up with less than a half mile to go. The half went in 48 and 4/5 seconds. The 2 favorites dominating up top, Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler. Now Northern Invader gets his cue on the outside of Call Me Harry, as Northern Invader is within 3 lengths of the pacemaker, Talk of the Nation. Now Carl Spackler starts to turn up the pressure with a quarter of a mile to go. Northern Invader is third, top of the lane. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler, head and head with a furlong left to go. Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler with that big white face, puts it in front, and on the inside, Talk of the Nation is battling bravely. Carl Spackler, Talk of the Nation, Carl Spackler is just a little too good, and he wins the Kelso. Talk of the Nation, game in defeat. Northern Invader finished third. And they're off in the poker. Ice Chocolat hustled hard for that early lead. Talk of the Nation comes away in good order. Casa Creed is not far behind. Mysterious Night is down at the rail. Carl Spackler outside of that pair, followed by Lucky Score. And Kubrick at the back of the field. 6 lengths covers them as Ice Chocolat sprints in front, leads it by a length and a half. Talk of the Nation in second, and they're followed at the rail by Mysterious Night in third. 3/4 to Carl Spackler, well spotted in fourth, 4 lengths off the pace. Then Casa Creed in the Pink Silks fifth, racing 3/4 of a length in front of Kubrick, and Lucky Score is at the back. The opening quarter in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Ice Chocolat and Jose Ortiz calling the shots by 2 lengths over Talk of the Nation toward the half-mile pole. Mysterious Night is next, followed by Carl Spackler in hand fourth, 4 lengths off the lead. Another 3 back to Casa Creed, followed by Kubrick and Lucky Score. They went 48 flat for the half into the fourth turn. Ice Chocolat has been there every step of the way. Arad Ortiz gets after Talk of the Nation, trying to close the gap, and is doing so within a half-length second. Carl Spackler third, Mysterious Night, Casa Creed outside of them, and then Kubrick there at the top of the stretch. And it is Talk of the Nation up to get a narrow lead. Carl Spackler inside Mysterious Night. Casa Creed still has 4 to make up, and a tough Ice Chocolat is not going away. Ice Chocolat, Talk of the Nation, head-to-head. Ice Chocolat with plenty left pulls away in the end to score in the poker. And they're off in the Bernard Baruch. Taking Candy was off last. Quick start for Steady On, who will vie for the early lead alongside Running B. Boyce comes away in third. Taking Candy moves right into contention and right into second, in fact. Rebel Red is next. Pioneering Spirit and Fort Washington at the back of the field. It will be Steady On, the pace setter, prompted by Taking Candy around the first turn. They're followed by Running B, who's on the hedge. The opening quarter went in 24 and 1/5 seconds. Then Rebel Red in the fourth spot, 4 lengths off the lead. 2 lengths in front of Boyce as they swing on to the Saratoga backstretch. Pioneering Spirit is second to last, and a length and a half in front of Fort Washington. 8 lengths covers them, and it's Steady On leading them by 1 length over Taking Candy in second. Then Running B with a half mile to travel. 2 lengths clear of Rebel Red and Boyce. Boyce, Pioneering Spirit is 6 lengths off them, and Fort Washington at the back, 49-1 for the half mile. Steady on, left alone throughout. Taking Candy second the whole way, gets a little shove now to go after him, and Taking Candy puts the pressure on, with Rebel Red moving up to claim third on the outside of Running B, back to fourth. Then Boyce swinging to the outside. Pioneering Spirit coming with his run, has 7 to make up in the final eighth of a mile, and surfacing late is Fort Washington. Fort Washington is coming swiftly on the inside, but in the meantime, there's a big battle up top, and Running B is coming back for more. What a trip for Running B, who comes back, sweeps by Taking Candy, and will pull away. Running B has won the Bernard Baruch.
United Nations, and they're off. Get Smokin' popped right out of there, waste no time. Fernando de la Cruz wants it in front, and he's got the lead. So the expected pace setter, Get Smokin', goes around the forward turn for the first time with a 2-length lead. Tommy Port happy to track right behind him in second. Another 2.5 to Running B. Pretty strung out group in the early stages. Webslinger racing to be fourth position with Grant Sonata, and another pair. Inside C. Manuel, Ford Bridge to the outside of the yellow cap. Adamo scraping paint as they approach the top of the lane for the first time. Fort Washington towards the back of the field with starting over, and Damaman to the inside of that pair as they come by us. So Get Smokin' setting a decent tempo. Has opened up the lead to 2.5. Tommy Port happy to track right behind him, and a good gallop second. Another 2 lengths to Running B. Then Webslinger, Grant Sonata to the inside. Ford Bridge patiently ridden by Jose Ortiz while his brother, Ira Ortiz Jr. has Emmanuel tucked in on the inside, charging into the clubhouse turn. Adamo still down the rail, saving ground. Damaman starting over the 2 grays together, and that leaves Fort Washington to trail the field as they approach the backstretch run. It still Get Smokin' with a solid tempo to this mile and 3/8 distance. A 3-length lead and 5 furlongs to go. Tommy Port racing alone. He's 3 better than Running B, who's racing a low sub. Another length back to Webslinger. Then comes Forbridge, going pretty well. The 5th position takes that spot away for Grant Sonata, who's pushed up onto the half mile to go. Stable Nate Emmanuel right behind him. Then comes Dataman, Adamo, Fort Washington, and starting over is drop to the back. Get Smokin', 3 furlongs to go. A 3-length lead. Tommy Port still chasing, eating up ground, getting closer. Running B is coming under a hard ride. Forbridge has to produce a run, needs to get going. Webslinger has passed him. Get Smokin', trying to make every pull winning one here, but the lead is decreasing. It's 2 lengths. Let's see what he's got for the final furlong. Tommy Port still charging right behind him. Get Smokin', trying to seal the deal. Grant Sonata coming up the inside with a surge. It's Get Smokin'. He's almost there. Tommy Port and Grant Sonata inside Grant Sonata, and the photo with Get Smokin'. It was very tight between those two. Then Tommy Port and Emmanuel will give it to the judges. And they're off in the London Stakes. Uneventful beginning. Grant Sonata put into play early. Public Sector off the layoff is fresh, and he's coming out of the chute with an arrow lead on Grant Sonata. Running B deep on the course, moving up, free across the track, coming out of that chute. Public Sector with the lead. Grant Sonata second. Running B happy to track from third. Tommy Port to his inside. Gap of 2 to Siege of Boston. Fort Washington, they're side by side. They're 3 better than Beatbox and Adamo to the outside. California Frolic, the early trailer. 9 lengths off the lead is the 9 entrance. Go to the clubhouse turn. Public Sector, the Ivorone family colors, leads by a length. Grant Sonata in the second spot. Running B, Tommy Port still racing side by side in a good gallop. A length and a half to another pair. Fort Washington, Siege of Boston, they're together. Adamo pretty keen here. Is on restraint right now. Beatbox inside of him. That pair's together. About 6 lengths off the leaders. We're right together now. Public Sector and Grant Sonata. California Frolic, 85-1 long shot. The trailer in this field. There's a half mile to go in the Monmouth Stakes. Public Sector still in charge. There goes Tommy Port with an early move. Hyro Rendon pushes the button between horses. Is up to challenge those front runners at 3. Grant Sonata there. These 3 quicken as they round the 4th turn. A gap of 2. Siege of Boston in the 3rd position. Running B is coming under a hard ride. Fort Washington also sent along outside of him. Adamo all in right now with Beatbox. The top of the lane here. Between horses, Tommy Port still there with Public Sector. Siege of Boston coming through down to the inside. Siege of Boston grabs the lead with a 16 to go. With Tommy Port fights right back. Grant Sonata. Fort Washington coming on the scene late. Fort Washington and Running B. It's a scramble. Fort Washington on the outside and Running B right on the line together. Looked like Fort Washington. Tommy Port was third in a driving finish. In the dinner party, and it was a perfect start. A tone came out very well. Will be amongst the early leaders. On the outside of him, it's English B and Running B. They're all right together. They're joined now by Helm's Deep, who's big lunch on here. And Helm's Deep is trying to grab the front and open up the lead by 2. Running B running in second. Between is third. As Highland Chief on the outside of Beatbox. Between horses, Traps and Beer is next, and then English B, followed by Eons, and last of them all is Valnikov. Horses very soft here. Nevertheless, they run a quarter in 26.42 seconds, and Helm's Deep is the leader. On top by 2 lengths, the Highland Chief running in second. Running B on the outside, Tone in behind them. English B has the rail and Beatbox alongside. 5 lengths from the front. And Traps and Beer and Eons right behind them. Valnikov traps the field 8 lengths from top to bottom. The half mile, 52.77 seconds. Helm's Deep, 35 to 1 that's setting this pace as the field enters the bar turn. And on the outside is Running B, runs up alongside of Highland Chief, and they're right together, and now Running B is running after Helm's Deep on the front end as they make their way around the far turn. Running B on the outside to the front. Helm's Deep back into second, and Tone is third. Right behind them is Highland Chief. Valnikov is coming up too. Traps and Beer is there on the outside. They're coming toward the top of the stretch here. Highland Chief is got to go on the rail. Running B is right up the left side, and the 2 of them up down to the final furlong with Valnikov coming up after them. Traps and Beer is running one. It is fourth on the outside. Valnikov and Frankie McCourty have taken the lead. Traps and Beer has moved up in the second, but Valnikov will do it in the dinner party. Traps and Beer second best. Running B was third. Then came Highland Chief.
Net off as they break away over a mile in the Tony Bet Solonaway Stakes. It's a Group 2. First to show in front is Lord Massousas from the inside flight plan, working out to Diego Velasquez, the champion's juvenile winner on this day last year. These are being followed by an improving in between horses Perfect Face and then Mood to Set It and Bright Stripes and Bold Discovery. Racing inside the 6 furlong point, well settled down. They're off. It'll hang along, mister. And this is the first of the group races over a mile, the Bahrain Turf Club Desmond Stakes. It's Empress of Beauty Galen. Close up as Lord Massousas with a couple of lengths to Move to Sadaf, was followed by Bright Stripes. Real Appeal at the rear of the field, the Slaving Companions, and Lang and Mountain Bear. 6.5 furlongs to go. Empress of Beauty joined by Galen, tracked by Lord Massousas. Next on the inside is Move to Sadaf, being followed by Real Appeal and Bright Stripes, and then Lang and Mountain Bear as they tighten up, heading towards the end of the back straight. And it is Galen and Dylan Brown McMonigal pressing ahead by length to Empress of Beauty, Shane Foley in second, third, and closing up in the pair is Move to Sadaf and Colin Keane, Lord Massousas' fourth Gary Carroll, and then Real Appeal and Ronan Whelan, Bright Stripes, Billy Lee is 2 behind, and Lang Ryan Moore, Mountain Bear and Wayne Lordan. They've passed the halfway stage, and the Bahrain Turf Club Desmond Stakes over a mile, and it's Galen the leader, with just over 3 furlongs to go from the Grey Empress of Beauty. On the inside, the nose band moved to Sarah, followed by Bright Stripes, who's made up some ground on the outside of Lord Masseusis, then Real Appeal, Mountain Bear, and Elang as they turn into the straight with just over a quarter to go, and it's Galen trying to get away from them, being followed by Empress of Beauty. Mutasarif makes ground in between horses, followed by Lord Masseusis, and then comes Real Appeal. Elang still well back in the rock, then Mountain Bear and Bright Stripes. Mutasarif has come to the front from Galen. Lord Masseusis down the outside, really motoring late is Mountain Bear. Mutasarif from Mountain Bear on the outside. Mutasarif wins the Desmond, and another one here to Cleverstown. Mountain Bear and Lord Masseusis close behind second and third. Flag raised. And they're off. Very slow out of stalls was Mountain Bear. 7 furlongs in front of him. The Group 2 Romanized Minstrel Stakes. And it is I'm Superman, the top one, who takes them along from the visiting Poet Master. On the inside, the end of a furlong and a half is Lord Masseusis, who's racing company with 7 furlong specialist Mutasarif. Gregory the filly is with 3 lengths clear of the trailing Mountain Bear. I'm Superman is out in front from Poet Master. Lord Masseusis, listed winner here in Derby Days, just third on the far side of Mutasarif as they pass the halfway stage. The final couple of Gregarina and adrift is Mountain Bear. Later, no changes in the order with 3 furlongs to go. The Group 2 Romanized Minstrel Stakes. I'm Superman with a reduced advantage over Poet Master on the rail as Lord Masseusis, followed by Mutasarif, Gregarina and Mountain Bear. As they tighten up, less than 2 furlongs to go and coming to the front is Poet Master and Sam James, being followed by Mutasarif. Lord Masseusis up the rail. Falling back is I'm Superman and then Gregarina. No show from a disappointing Mountain Bear, but it is Poet Master kicking right away as they run up towards the finish. It's Poet Master winning the minstrel for the visiting Sam James and Carl Burke. Best of the rest, Lord Masseusis. Third in, Mutasarif.
And they leave the stalls. And away they head, Evan Shadan in the red and white, one of the first to show, and right up the centre, never so brave, between them Native American, as they congregate up the middle of the racecourse. Zoom Zoom tracks them, Hartem's red cap, gold sleeves, just behind the pace. Kikkuli races freely with Boiling Point. Elbadon is in that second wave, and the big white face of Cortez Bay towards the outside. Night Raider, very fierce towards the outer of Siggy's Dream. At this stage, we race through the River Times about 5th place. Pearls and Rubies at the back with Mountain Bear, then Sun, also under restraint. So out in the lead, it's Native American by half a length from Evan Shadan, never so brave, and Hartem getting a nice trail in. Boiling Point comes next, Kikkuli choke out in 6th place. A race is just ahead of Zoom Zoom towards the outside, Cortez Bay, Elbadon. Task Force amongst horses with Night Raider towards the left-hand side, and then still towards the back, Pearl and Rubies in company with Sun, Mountain Bear, and just ahead of those is Chicago Critic, racing then down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Native American with Hartem poised in the red cap, never so brave to the left-hand side. Kikkuli trying to follow them in. At this stage, River Timer is towards the left. It's Hartem who commits first, goes past, never so brave in second, who's battling on. River Timer just hanging slightly. Kikkuli still sustaining the effort from the back, Mountain Bear, and also Chicago Critic trying to close. Out in the lead, Hartem, but Kikkuli, despite racing keenly, is still finding at the business end of the race. Hartem with Kikkuli, who's got to a head. It is close. Hartem on the far side, just to repel Kikkuli, who has got close. Chicago Critic, Mountain Bear and Task Force.
And they're off in the FanDuel 4-star Dave. Money Supply leapt in the air and is far back early. Strong Quality broke alertly. Carl Spackler secures a good tracking spot right away, and Major Dude comes through along the inside. Then it's Ottoman Fleet 4th, 4 lengths off the early tempo. More Than Looks unhurried, 7 off the pace, and another 3 to Money Supply. Around the first turn, Strong Quality gets the easiest of leads, 24-3 for the opening quarter mile. Carl Spackler continues by himself in second. It's another 2 to Major Dude, who's eager to get closer in third, tugging pretty hard at this stage. And Ottoman Fleet is 4th, 5 lengths off the lead, coming to the half-mile pole. Arad Ortiz has a strong hold of More Than Looks, and it's another 5 back to Money Supply. The half in 49-1 for Strong Quality, who takes them into the far turn with a 3-length cushion on Carl Spackler in second. Major Dude, Ottoman Fleet, yet to be asked in 4th, 5 lengths off the lead. Another 2 back to More Than Looks, who's 5 in front of Money Supply. Strong Quality, Carl Spackler makes the first move at him, and here comes Carl Spackler on the outside as they reach the top of the stretch. Strong Quality, Carl Spackler breezes on by. Ottoman Fleet with plenty of work to do, and More Than Looks is revving up in the center, but Carl Spackler has opened up. What a tremendous athlete Carl Spackler is as he dominates the FanDuel 4-star Dave. Wins it by more than 4 lengths. More Than Looks was second. It's a photo for third between Strong Quality and Ottoman Fleet.
In the Breeders' Cup Mile. And Win Cornelian is sent out of there to take the lead. The Japanese runner to the front. Maj away running in second position. Astronomer is out third of the outside. And then it's Cossack Creed, Cheryl Spike, Gina Romantica between horses on line. 4 deep as they make their way into that first turn. Then comes Lucky Score, Dujour and Galena. Saving all the ground is Master of Foxhounds. And then Master of the Seas has been guided to safe ground. Second last just ahead of More Than Looks. Win Cornelian. Up top, the pace is hot. 22.16 that opening quarter mile. Astronomer pressing the pace on the outside second. Maj is third, 4 lengths ahead of Cossack Creed and Cheryl Spike. Meanwhile, Song Line is 8 lengths behind in mid-pack. Outside of Gina Romantica, Dujour has 10 lengths to make up as they continue up the backstretch. And on the inside, it's Lucky Score. Galena about 11 lengths off the lead at this stage of the race, ahead of Master of Foxhounds, and then comes Master of the Seas and the trailer as they move into the turn is More Than Looks. They went a half mile in 45.37 seconds. Win Cornelian still on top around the far turn, and on the inside, Maj looking to come off the rail now and make a run, and here she comes as she swings up on the outside. Then Astronomer Cheryl Spite is coming on. Cossack Creed rolling down the center of the course. Master of the Seas trying to get into it late. Maj in front. Cossack Creed on the outside. Master of the Seas closing with a rush. Here's the wire. Oh, the Dolphins were knocked to supper. Maj and Master of the Seas inseparable at the finish in the Breeders' Cup Mile. And they're up. And Midnight West bounced out on top. From the far outside, Gaslight Dancer with some speed. Smoky Mandate and Ocean Vision up close as well as they move for the clubhouse turn. Midnight West down inside with a narrow lead. Gaslight Dancer spun out 3 wide. Smoky Mandate pulls back off them to settle into third. Ocean Vision from an outside post over toward the rail to track the pace from fourth. 3 lengths back. Noises off is now fifth. Tiverton's in sixth. Worthington's in seventh. More Than Looks is second to last early and already 10 lengths off Gaslight Dancer. And the trailer is Ocean Point. They move down the backstretch run and Gaslight Dancer stretches the lead to 2.5. After an opening quarter in 23 and 3, it's Gaslight Dancer down the backstretch run. And Smoky Mandate is stalking in second with Midnight West down inside third. Gaslight Dancer still the clear leader heading for the far turn. Then it's 3 more lengths back to Ocean Vision in fourth. Another 3 Noises off fifth. Tiverton's in sixth. Worthington's in seventh. More Than Looks is still 10, maybe now 12 behind as they come for the top of the stretch where Gaslight Dancer rolls off the turn in front by 4. Smoky Mandate set down for the drive now and quickly closing in is Smoky Mandate. Gaslight Dancer trying to ward off Smoky Mandate, who's rallied to the front. In the meantime, More Than Looks like a rocket down the center of the course is coming after Smoky Mandate, and More Than Looks looked hopeless with 3 furlongs to go and is on the wire, winning by 3. More Than Looks, what a sensational late kick that was.
And they're up. Appraise is very quick away from there. Behind Enemy Lines has speed, and General Jim up and on the pace as well. Mischievous Angel. Here's Mysterious Knight. Mysterious Knight wasn't quick out, but he's now coming to put the pressure on Appraise into the first turn. Appraise will be the pace setter. Mysterious Knight moves clearly into second. On the outside comes General Jim. Bat Flip, understandably 4 deep behind Enemy Lines. Wrangled back in fifth, 3 lengths off the pace. It's a gap of 4 to Carl Spackler, who's racing side by side with Mischievous Angel. Outside of them, More Than Looks, 3 deep, comfortable at this stage, and Ocean Vision at the back. The opening quarter went in 24 and 1/5 seconds. Mysterious Knight, tough to handle, goes on past the half-mile pole, opens a length and a half up. On Appraise in second, then General Jim third, the half in 47 and 2. Behind Enemy Lines on the hedge fourth, still on hold, 5 lengths off the lead. Backflip is next. More Than Looks is now launching a bit, as is Carl Spackler, who's now only 4 lengths off the lead and moving willingly with that white blaze. Carl Spackler firing on the far outside as behind Enemy Lines comes through on the inside of Mysterious Knight. Appraise is in the mix and Carl Spackler continues to eat up the turf. Appraise, Carl Spackler, More Than Looks in the center of the course, 16th pole, and Carl Spackler just goes right on by. Ultra impressive performance from Carl Spackler, who wins the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame. Very close for second between Appraise and More Than Looks.
They're off in the $2 million Mint Millions. Tut's Revenge immediately to the front with Fantastic again with early speed. Emmanuel and Irish Aces are right there as well. And then Goliad to the outside, followed by Talk of the Nation, Ancient Rome, racing outside of Cash Equity. And the trailer is Reckoning Force. 10 lengths from top to bottom as they race past the 6 furlong pole and through this opening quarter mile. They're battling out up front here, and Goliad's going to merge with the lead here. It's Goliad in front. Tut's Revenge is running along in second. Fantastic again is third to the outside. After that, it's Emmanuel in fourth, followed by Irish Aces, who's got 6 to make up. Then Talk of the Nation, Ancient Rome, the defending champion, 8 lengths off the lead with a half-mile to go. Cash Equity next, and Reckoning Force. Goliad and Flavian Pratt up top, completing a 44.92 half-mile with 3 furlongs to run. He's the leader by a length. Tut's Revenge up alongside in second as they make their way toward the top of the stretch. Emmanuel saves all the ground, comes on from third, then Fantastic again on the outside. Ancient Rome is trying to finish on outside of Talk of the Nation with still a furlong to run. Goliad clings to the rail and the lead. Goliad still there. Here comes Emmanuel ranging up alongside. Finishing well is Talk of the Nation. And the far outside, Cash Equity is coming on late. They're coming down to the line, and Goliad does it. Goliad holds on to beat Cash Equity. They're off. Good even start. Smoking Tea, Goliad on the inside. Right up there, 2 Noises off in Minnesota ready. And they're being followed by Cash Equity. Money Supply is right there in between horses. A Tone is there on the outside. The back of the field early on is Data Man and What Say Thee as they make their way toward the 6 furlong pole, and it is Goliad the leader by 2. Goliad in the clear from Smokin' Tea. Minnesota Ready is third. A Tone is fourth, racing 3.5 lengths off the lead with 5 furlongs to go. What Say Thee is outside if Noise is off. Data Man has the rail. Money Supply second last and just ahead of Cash Equity. Round that turn they go. Goliad is the leader. Goliad and Florent Giroux up top. The one to catch by a length and a half. A Tone is on the outside. Smokin' Tea ridden along right next to the Tone just inside of him. Break of another 2, and now What Say Thee begins to pick it up and is going wide as they come toward the top of the stretch. Goliad turning for home in front. What Say Thee wide and on the move on the far outside. As they arrive into the final quarter of a mile, it is still Goliad in front, and What Say Thee trying to close the gap on the outside. Goliad still there. What Say Thee still trying. Outside of them, Noise is off is closing in too. Goliad, Noise is off. Now up into second. Goliad and Noise is off. It is going to be Goliad. Noise is off with second. Cash Equity came on late for third. Data Man grabbed fourth.
And they're off. Steady on, sent out of the gate with sharp early foot. A Tone is up close in the early stages. And here's Major Dude coming through, and he's under a stranglehold. Major Dude moving through nonetheless. Then And the Winner Is, who's 3 wide into the first turn. Just behind them, Balloony and Harlan Estate settles 6 lengths off the pace. The 2 trailers, Cash Equity and Pioneering Spirit, is at the back of the field. Steady On has made it over to the rail through an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat, pursued by a Tone a length back second. They're followed by Major Dude, who races third at this point, and is only about 2 or so off this pacemaker. They swing on to the backstretch. and the lead belongs to Steady On. It's Steady On just in front, Atone in second. Major Dude, Balloony is now fourth, 4 lengths off the lead, and the winner is tugging nicely in fifth, has 5 lengths to make up. Harlan Estate gets a little bit of a nudge. Cash Equity second to last. Pioneering Spirit has been last throughout. The half at 48 seconds flat. Around the far turn, it's still Steady On in front. Atone has been right up to him in second the whole way. Then it's Balloony, Major Dude, those first 4 throughout, just in behind them, and the winner is trying to thread through traffic on the far outside. Harlan Estate trying to mount a bit too. They're at the top of the stretch. Steady On goes on with it, leads by a length to Atone, who comes right back for more. Harlan Estate, there's room at the rail for Major Dude in the orange, and he's had a sweet journey. Here he comes. Major Dude takes the lead. Cash Equity on the scene late, but it's Major Dude pulling away. Major Dude and Johnny B much the best. Win by 3.5. Photo for second. Harlan Estate and Cash Equity. Pioneering Spirit was on the scene late.
And they're off. Down inside, Tut's Revenge from the far outside, Run and Ray in between Malakazoo. So those three bias the first time, and Tut's Revenge, that inside post is going to take charge and lead the way to the first turn and angles over toward the inside to lead by length and a half. Malakazoo comes on to be second. Sivaco toward the inside is racing in third. Run and Ray's in fourth. In Stash, a bit tight into the first turn, settles in toward the rail fifth and continues on in some traffic. Highway Robbers coasting along 5 or 6 lengths off the lead, just ahead of Howling Time, who is seventh. And the trailer down the backstretch run is Cash Equity. Cash Equity 10 lengths off the lead behind an opening quarter in a moderate 24 and 2/5 seconds. 4 furlongs to go, and Tut's Revenge has stepped out to a 2.5 length lead and hits the far turn in control. Malakazoo's on the chase, racing in second. Run and Ray revving up far outside third. Sivaco saving ground both turns fourth. Hidden Stash comes off the rail from fifth. Highway Robbers running in sixth. Howling Times in seventh. And Cash Equity is still the trailer as they come to the top of the stretch. Is angling outside now for the final quarter mile. In the meantime, Tut's Revenge rolls off the turn with a 3-length lead. Tut's Revenge set down for the drive, and now it's 4. Run and Ray and Highway Robber. Cash Equity coming down the center. Tut's Revenge is now fully extended. Lead is dwindling. Highway Robber. Cash Equity trying to reel him in. Tut's Revenge nears the wire. Here's Cash Equity photo. Nose is up and down right on the wire. Tut's Revenge had the lead right until the end. Cash Equity in a tight photo. Highway Robber was third.
Straight 7 furlongs and they're away, and Witch Hunter was very slow to go indeed, but tends to come from off the pace. Popmaster fast away, racing away from the others as well. English Oak leading the main body of the field from Kikkuli in second on this near side, and Fulgaria in the maroon and yellow jacket. Tiber Flow is fourth in the group, and then Jumbie and Witch Hunter. And there on the extreme right, Popmaster is running a solo. English Oak still leading on the left-hand side from Fulgaria, and also Kikkuli is close up from Tiber Flow and Jumbie, and then last year's winner Witch Hunter. Heading on down towards the final 3.5 furlongs, and Popmaster might just be in front in the centre. Down the near side on the left, still English Oak from Fulgaria, Kikkuli. Tiber Flow in the dark blue cap on the left, Jumbie, the winner 2 years ago in the maroon cap, and finally last year's winner Witch Hunter. Now the race is on inside the final couple of furlongs. Popmaster still just about leading from English Oak, then coming through Kikkuli. Tiber Flow with a strong run from the back of the field, so too Witch Hunter, and then Jumbie inside the final furlong. Very competitive. Popmaster reeled in by Kikkuli. Tiber Flow finishes well. Witch Hunter and Jumbie on the near side. Going to be a bunch finish. They race the line. Tiber Flow in the centre. Tiber Flow and Witch Hunter probably fighting it out in a tremendous finish.
They're off. Racing away in the Group 1 Prix Jean Prat, they go over 1,400 metres. Iberian was shifting right on leaving the starting stalls. A good beginning by Zandy to the left, bounding forwards, being tracked through by Pushkin early on. The pace is rather strong. Kathmandu leading the main group of runners, being tracked through by Devil's Point and also Romantic Style. Then comes Sajir in company with Kikkuli and Monteye. Towards the back of the field of Vanasigar, Vespertilio, Iberian and also Beau Vatier are covered up. Heading inside the final 800 metres here in the Jean Prat, and up top it is still Zandy with a 2-length lead. Pushkin is racing in second and Kathmandu is in behind in third. Devil's Point now pushed along. Kikkuli in centre field. Romantic Style to the right is starting to improve. Beau Vatier goes well but needs a gap. Sajir is just preceding that runner, but it's Pushkin who's taken over. Leads up now from Kathmandu as Zandy has given way. Kikkuli's got 2 lengths to find. Beau Vatier and Sajir are both trying to finish off. Beau Vatier wandering around. It's still Pushkin. Pushkin's in front with 200 metres to go. Beau Vatier from off the pace of Vanasigar is running on, but it's all too late. Pushkin is clear and wins the Prix Jean Prat.
And they leave the stalls. And away they head. Evan Shaddad in the red and white, one of the first to show, and right up the centre, never so brave, between them Native American, as they congregate up the middle of the racecourse. Zoom tracks them, Hartem's red cap, gold sleeves just behind the pace. Kikkuli races freely with Boiling Point. Elbadon is in that second wave, and the big white face of Cortez Bay towards the outside. Night Raider very fierce towards the outer of Sigi's Dream. At this stage, we race through the River Times about 5th place. Felsen Ruby's at the back with Mountain Bear, then Sun also under restraint. So out in the lead, it's Native American by half a length from Evan Shaddad, never so brave, and Hartem getting a nice trail in. Boiling Point comes next. Kikkuli choke out in 6th place. A race is just ahead of Zoom towards the outside. Cortez Bay, Elbadon. Task Force amongst horses with Night Raider towards the left-hand side, and then still towards the back. Pearl and Ruby's in company with Sun, Mountain Bear, and just ahead of those is Chicago Critic. Racing then down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Native American with Hartem poised in the red cap, never so brave to the left-hand side. Kikkuli trying to follow them in. At this stage, River Tiber is towards the left. It's Hartem who commits first. Goes past, never so brave in second, who's battling on. River Tiber just hanging slightly. Kikkuli still sustaining the effort from the back. Mountain Bear, and also Chicago Critic trying to close. Out in the lead, Hartem, but Kikkuli, despite racing keenly, is still finding at the business end of the race. Hartem with Kikkuli has got to ahead. It is close. Hartem on the far side, just to repel Kikkuli, who has got close. Chicago Critic, Mountain Bear and Task Force.
They're off. I smack.
They're off. Good even start. Smoking Tea, Goliad on the inside. Right up there, 2 Noises off and Minnesota ready. And they're being followed by Cash Equity, Money Supplies right there in between horses. A Tone is there on the outside. The back of the field early on is Data Man and What Say Thee as they make their way toward the 6 furlong pole, and it is Goliad the leader by 2. Goliad in the clear from Smoking Tea. Minnesota ready is 3rd. A Tone is 4th, racing 3.5 lengths off the lead with 5 furlongs to go. What Say Thee is outside of Noises off. Data Man has the rail. Money Supply second last and just ahead of Cash Equity. Round that turn they go. Goliad is the leader. Goliad and Florent Giroux up top. The one to catch by 1.5 lengths. A Tone is on the outside. Smoking Tea ridden along right next to the Tone just inside of him. Break up another 2, and now What Say Thee begins to pick it up and is going wide as they come toward the top of the stretch. Goliad turning for home in front. What Say Thee wide and on the move on the far outside. As they arrive into the final quarter of a mile, it is still Goliad in front, and What Say Thee trying to close the gap on the outside. Goliad still there. What Say Thee still trying. Outside of them, Noises off is closing in too. Goliad, Noises off. Now up into second. Goliad and Noises off. It is going to be Goliad. Noises off was second. Cash Equity came on late for 3rd. Data Man grabbed 4th.
And there we go. Slow start, Kito Dan. Chiron's hustled out for the lead. Tatanka and Fowler Blue are in prominent positions. And here's the favorite. Noises off, settling into a nice stride along the inside. Desert Duke from off the pace. Kito Dan with a slow start is the last of 6. So it's Chiron making the lead. Fowler Blue is pace partner. Tatanka's in a nice spot from 3rd, 2.5 off the lead. 2 lengths in front of the big favorite. Noises off. More than a length to Desert Duke from the inside who gets to save ground. Towards the tail, Kito Dan a little less than 6 lengths from first to last. Long shot Chiron on the lead to himself, nearly 2 lengths. Tatanka second with Fowler Blue. Noises off is in the 2 path. He races outside of Desert Duke. They're 2.5 off the lead and more than a length to Kito Dan still at that back marker. Chiron, Tatanka turns up the pressure. Fowler Blue is 3rd. There goes Desert Duke with an early move along the inside. Noises off now beginning to quicken in, but he's 3 deep heading into the far turn run. He's going to have to cover a lot of ground. Desert Duke's getting a little better trip who gets to save ground. And towards the tail is Kito Dan. With the lead now it is Tatanka. Here's Noises off. Desert Duke's crying out for room in behind the leaders. Can he find a seam to split? With the lead it is Tatanka. Noises off is on his outside and he's making his move. Kito Dan begins to roll in from that back marker. Desert Duke's 4th. Noises off with the lead. Kito Dan's going to be the weak threat to his outside. Noises off tending to his business. Noises off. Kito Dan second. Then Tatanka. Desert Duke long ways back to Fowler Blue and Chiron at the back marker.
And they're off. Squeeze back at the start was Bakina. Good start for Noises off. Desert Duke is there. Miranda Rice with some early speed as well. Freedom's way down for the inside is pulled back off the pace as they come by us for the first time. Noises off is the leader. Miranda Rice galloping in second. Desert Duke is 3rd. What Say Thee far outside in 4th as they just meander their way into the first turn. Freedom's way toward the inside is racing in 5th. Boyce was a bit tight there briefly, racing 6th. OP Firecracker toward the inside 7th. Clyde's got it done. And Bakina is the trailer as they walk to the backstretch run. The opening quarter goes in 25 seconds. Flat pace is slow to develop. Noises off the leader, coasting along. Desert Duke just stalking in second. No pressure yet. What Say Thee under a long hold 3rd on the outside. Miranda Rice is tucked away 4th and toward the rail. Boyce is in the clear, moving up into 5th. Freedom's way. In between them 6. OP Firecrackers in 7th. Clyde's got it done. Bakina at the back of the pack as they move for the far turn to half mile. A pokey 51 and 2/5 seconds. They're on the turn now. The pace begins to quicken. Noises off with a tenuous lead. Desert Duke starts to crank up the pressure. And right there, 3 wide. What Say Thee, and right there 4 wide. Boyce is coming on. And Miranda Rice is running behind with Freedom's way. And OP Firecracker cut the corner. And on the far outside is Clyde's got a gun. Stacked across the track, heading for the 8th pole. What Say Thee set down for the drive. Desert Duke fighting on. Noises off. Still in it too. Boyce on the outside. Miranda Rice trying to find a seam. Final 16th. What Say Thee short lead. Noises off. Keeps coming back for the inside. What Say Thee?
And they're off. There goes Wonderful Justice. Wonderful Justice right out to the lead. Noises off is there up toward the outside. Chiron comes away running in 3rd. Northern Invader is away 4th up toward the far outside as they head into the first turn. DeBob is between horses in 5th position, tossing his head about, tries to settle down a lane off the rail. There goes Northern Invader up front. Northern Invader moves up and takes the lead. Wonderful Justice now 2nd off the first turn. Noises off is 3rd. Chiron is in 4th position. DeBob is 5th between horses. Wicked Finn 3 wide off the turn, moving up 2 spots from 6th into 4th. Balloony back toward the rail is in the 7th position at the midpoint of the backstretch. Scooby Quando is 8th. Loyal Company is in the 9th position. Brumble Waffle Toes last of the 10 opening quarter 23.49 seconds. Northern Invader against the rail at the entrance of the far turn leads it by 3/4 of a length. Wonderful Justice is there between horses 2nd. Noises off is 3rd, and then Wicked Finn to the far outside in the 4th position. Chiron back toward the inside. 47.99 seconds to time for the first half mile. Northern Invader is the leader. Northern Invader leads it by a length. The Noises off. Wicked Finn far outside. Wonderful Justice a lane off the rail in 4th. Balloony has shifted lanes from the rail to the center of the course. Still 5th and still 5 lengths away, but Balloony is moving out in the center of the course and is coming forward to challenge Northern Invader. Northern Invader, Balloony up on the outside. These two in the final for long. Northern Invader has the lead a length and a half, 2 lengths now. Northern Invader responding to the challenge. Northern Invader, Jose Ortiz aboard for the victory. It was Balloony who was up for the 2nd spot. That is close for 3rd. Noises off for Wonderful Justice for 3rd.
They're off in the West Point, presented by Trustco Bank. And it's a very quick start for Jerry the Nipper, who is intent on sprinting clear at once. It's all coming together. Will wisely set off that pace. Spirit of St. Louis is a joint 3rd on the outside of City Man, and Dakota Gold is at the back of the field. So Jerry the Nipper is loose early on. In second, it's all coming together. Spirit of St. Louis just had some trouble, almost clipped heels, and City Man is just inside of him. It's another 3 lengths back to Dakota Gold. The opening quarter in 23-2 for Jerry the Nipper, who has a 5-length lead on It's All Coming Together down the backstretch, with City Man inching closer, in fact tugging his way closer. Spirit of St. Louis now just 3 lengths off the lead, and a couple more back to Dakota Gold. Jerry the Nipper's half was 48-1. It's all coming together. We'll put the heat on him now. Just behind them, City Man, Spirit of St. Louis, and 3 to Dakota Gold. There's been no change in the running order. Jerry the Nipper trying to fend off. It's all coming together. City Man looming. And on the outside, there's Spirit of St. Louis. Handwritten, just got a little tap to come after the top pair. Dakota Gold is next, 111-4 for 6 furlongs. They're at the top of the stretch. On the outside, Spirit of St. Louis. Dakota Gold is coming today. Dakota Gold is starting to come very fast, too. After Spirit of St. Louis, who takes the lead. Spirit of St. Louis. Dakota Gold on the outside. Dakota Gold, Spirit of St. Louis. Dakota Gold from last to first under Dylan Davis. Nails Spirit of St. Louis in the West Point, presented by Trustco Bank.
Valley. And they're off. Broken a very even line. It's all coming together. Flashes early speed. There is Jerry the Nipper, and Spirit of St. Louis is now towards the inside. It's going to be Spirit of St. Louis to the inside. If it's all coming together, Jose Gomez. It's all coming together. They get over to the rail and immediately switching to the outside is Spirit of St. Louis. Now tracks and stalks from second in the 2 path. Out wider there's Jerry the Nipper is stalking from third. Then at the rail here, in behind them, a snug hold on City Man, second last, and the trailer, Dakota Gold. 3.5 would come in all. They work to the backstretch. 3 across the course here, and they went 24 seconds flat for that opening quarter mile. It's all coming together. It's got the lead, is up by a half length there. The advantage on Spirit of St. Louis, and the favorite continues to just stalk the pace setter here from second. Jerry the Nipper's trying to keep up from third. In behind them, City Man gets some encouragement from the 4th position, 47-4. The half-mile time, the trailer is Dakota Gold. They're still chasing the long shot. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Takes him in the far turn. Spirit of St. Louis. No excuses. Ready to pounce is stalking. And looming up on the outside, here comes Spirit of St. Louis. Ready to challenge. It's all coming together. They're still about 3.5, 4 in front of now an all-in City Man. Jerry the Nipper did not go on, and Dakota Gold at the back. The front two continue to duke it out. It's all coming together. Not going away easily, but Spirit of St. Louis now edging clear late, and Spirit of St. Louis is striding away. Spirit of St. Louis is now up by 2.5 lengths. City Man is running up on the outside with Dakota Gold. Spirit of St. Louis with a comfortable cushion. Spirit of St. Louis, much the best, and wins the Hudson Valley.
And they're off in the Kingston. And it's a very quick start for Disarmed. Disarmed will go straight to the front. Spirit of St. Louis now back to third as Jerry the Nipper moves right up alongside Disarmed. And these two going at it right away. Spirit of St. Louis is tugging and is angled, rightly so, into the 3 path. Another 3 lengths back comes Maker's Candy. And then it's 4 more to the trailer, Jackson Heights. The opening quarter went in 23 4/5 seconds. It's Disarmed, Jerry the Nipper, and Spirit of St. Louis, a comfortable third. Maker's Candy is being asked for a bit more. Is now 7 or 8 lengths off the lead and losing ground. And then it's another 3 lengths back to the trailer, Jackson Heights. Disarmed has been there throughout, 46-3 for the half mile as they round the far turn. Up alongside Jerry the Nipper and Spirit of St. Louis looming large. Here's Spirit of St. Louis, pink cap on the outside, tugging Manny Franco to the front with a 1/4 mile to go. Disarmed, Jerry the Nipper, and a long way to Maker's Candy there at the top of the stretch. And Spirit of St. Louis set down in the Kingston, opening up. And the only question is the final margin of victory, as Spirit of St. Louis is far too good for them in the Kingston. A big day for Manny Franco, and he puts the brakes on Spirit of St. Louis, who sails home by 5. It's a close photo for second between Disarmed and Maker's Candy, who really started kicking in late.
Heaven Street breaks well from in between horses. There is Mason at the rail, and they're going to be the top duo. It's going to be Heaven Street and Mason. Now a neck advantage is trying to slow things down will be Heaven Street, and Mason is now reining back in, back at the second spot. There's a little right there as they move into that turn and out wider. Here comes Bring Me a Check to join them 3 wide. It's another 2 lengths back at the rail. That's Title Forces is now joined by Pioneering Spirit. Ground saving journey here for Spirit of St. Louis, and Manny Franco tucked in. They're in the 6th position. Second last is Dakota Gold, and the trailer, that's Equitize. The work of the backstretch in Heaven Street. The big number has the lead, 23-1. For that opening quarter mile, Mason is comfortable right there in second, is only a length off the leader. Bring Me a Check is trying to keep up from third as the leader starts to pick it up front. In the 4th position is Title Forces. To the outside of that one is Pioneering Spirit. Jose Lescano is towards the outside here from 5th. Spirit of St. Louis still down towards the inside in 6th. Back there in 7th is Dakota Gold, and Equitize continues to trail. Heaven Street is trying to take him all the way. Mason is ready to challenge. Got off the rail, and here comes Mason towards the outside. Bring Me a Check is all in. Title Forces, and now Spirit of St. Louis is looking for some running room. To the outside of that rival comes Pioneering Spirit. It's Heaven Street. Right there is Mason, but here comes Spirit of St. Louis, and menacing strides up on the outside, and Spirit of St. Louis is pushed on by. Spirit of St. Louis quickly up by 2.5 lengths. It's a battle on for the places. Spirit of St. Louis wins the Dangerous Hour. Spirit of St. Louis, Equitize will finish second, then Dakota Gold, and Pioneering Spirit in 1 minute 33.